Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. Yeah, I'm out on my bike. I'm out on my e-bike. I've actually brought the Cyrusher Ranger out today, knocked me over here. And to be fair, it's a bit of a struggle to get my leg over, pardon the pun, but it's not a step through bike like the Ovia is, which makes it easy to get on. But I wanted to give it a try today. But I have got some updates today. I've got a helicopter flying above my head. I can hear it, but I can't see it. Oh, there she is. Yeah, I've got an update. Oh, I'll just hang on a bit because there's a chap coming with a couple of bales away. He's doing a he couldn't really see through his windscreen, so I had to slow up there. So yeah, I've got an update on my knee situation, which I'll talk about shortly. I'm just heading out for a ride. I'm going to pull up somewhere and take a break, and then we'll have a chat. But after, I think, the last video when I was cutting my lawn, or should I say cutting the weeds, I did say that I'd got to go into the consultant the very next day, which I did, about my meniscus tear. And I've got quite a big update about that. Now, riding my bike, I don't know if I've mentioned it before, I probably have, with the issue that I've got with my left knee, although I've got arthritis in my right knee as well. I find it okay when I've got my bike powered up, like up towards the full power assist, and I literally, all I'm doing is turning the pedals and the motor is doing the hard work. Oh, there's a rabbit there. In fact, that's an hare. I don't know if the camera will pick him up. I doubt it. He's running through the field. We have come into spring. And I literally just turn the pedals and there's no resistance there whatsoever. And it's the electric motor that's doing all the work, so that helps greatly. There's no way I could ride a normal bike. So my legs are just, and my feet are just spinning round, which is good. However, I have noticed that it's usually the next day and for a few days after that I'll get a lot of pain. I can just feel it stinging at the moment. That's all I can feel. But it's the next day and a few days after, because I get it in my back as well. Although on this bike, as well as my other bike, I brought a more expensive saddle that's much more comfortable to help with my back. But oh, it's nice to be out on my bike, because if you remember, I said when I was cutting my lawn, I intended to go out on my bike that day. I'd got the battery charged up, and I got it charged up to go out that day, but I sat there having a cup of tea before I went, and I thought, it was a sunny day and it was dry, although the grass was still a little bit damp. I thought, I've got to do my grass now, which I did. I struggled through that, because obviously then when I'm standing on my legs, there's the weight bearing down and me pushing the mower doesn't help. And I can assure you that I felt that the next day. It was painful. So I brought a few gizmos with me today, and you might hear one bleeping. Before all this started with my leg and my back, I'm just going to pull up here because there's a van coming. This is quite a narrow lane. I'll let him come through. He's actually coming at quite a speed. Okay. There we go. He's through. Yeah, I've packed a few gizmos with me, and I brought, probably before last summer, I brought a navigation tool. It's a Garmin for bikes, but I don't know. I forgot how I worked it. I need to work it out, and I've just attached it. I charged it up a couple of weeks ago, thinking I'll take it with me, and then I didn't go again. So if you can hear something bleeping, it's that. And I've no idea why it's bleeping. But we'll see. Oh yeah. But we'll see what's going on with that. I just need to work it out. I can see that it's monitoring my speed. It's exactly the same as my speed on my bike. In fact, my bike says it's flicking between 12 and 13 mile an hour. And it says 12.3 on the Garmin, so that part's working. The distance isn't working because I can see it's still on 0, and I haven't got the map on. It's just, I literally chucked it on to see what it was, if I could suss out what it does. I need to go into it a lot more. But it's just lovely to get out on my bike. It's not so sunny today, and it's a bit cool. I've got my gloves on because you tend to find your hands do get cold when you're on a bike. They're just quite thin gloves. But we have had some warm days. Just need to make sure that's right at the top to go up this hill. As you can see, all I'm doing is turning my legs, and the bike's going up this quite. It's only a small hill, but it's quite steep. Here comes the helicopter again. I must be doing some practicing or training or something. It's the air ambulance. They're not trying to land or anything because they've been round about 5 or 6 times. It just seems that they're doing some training, I think. Anyway, I'll stop chunging for a bit, and we'll start making a move, and I'll stop and I'll have a chat about my knee and everything that's going on. So let's get a few miles behind us, shall we? Or probably a mile. side effects is you get a dry mouth, and I can feel it today. Oh, I needed that. Yeah, so I'll bring you up to speed about what happened when I went to see the consultant. I'd had one MRI scan last year around September time, and that's when he found the meniscus tear. However, I eventually went back to work after about a month or two. I was only there almost 2 weeks, and my knee just popped again, and I'm going to have to move now because I can't stand there. I have to put the weight on my other leg. And earlier this year, I went back again about a couple of months ago. Was it January or was it just before Christmas? I can't remember. Anyway, he said, because I'd heard my knee pop again, he said, let's do another MRI scan to see if anything else has happened. However, in the first appointment I had, he did say, sometime in the future, you're going to have that knee replaced. So I went back a few weeks ago, just after my last video I did cutting the grass. I went the next day and he looked at it and he said, there's no, we can't repair the meniscus. I'm just going to have a complete knee replacement. So that's where I am with my knee. I'm on the waiting list. He did say the waiting list, this is with the NHS, is around 12 months. So we'll see. I've had some details come through my phone about my knee and an app that I've got to just follow some exercise routines. So I'm in the system, and what I'll do, I'll document all my way through that system and what happens, and I'll keep you updated. But at the moment I'm at the start of that journey, and like I said, it could take up to 12 months, could be a bit longer. So we've got to be looking at Easter next year, 2027. Hopefully I'm in and having it done by then. Is it possible I can be any earlier? I think so, but I've just got to wait and see. It's under their control, and whatever's happening happens. And as soon as they call me, I'm going to go because I need it sorting out. I've actually come out on my Ranger today, on my bigger bike, which I struggled to get on, but I really wanted to give it a run out. So I'm going to persevere. Now I've got off, I can feel my knee starting to hurt. It's funny, when I'm on there and I'm turning my legs, I can't feel it. But now I got off, I can feel it. So we'll see how it goes. I've just come for this little ride out in the countryside. This is the run I was planning the day I cut my lawn. I was going to do this, and I was going to bring my lunch with me, sit down and have a chat while I was eating my lunch. However, I haven't done that today. I had my lunch before I came out, and here I am. But I've also brought another gadget with me today that I'm going to try through here and film it. So here we go, let's have a go with it. Let's surprise you. Oh, back up there. Yeah, this is the MNS99 that I modified. I put a new chassis and suspension on, and obviously resprayed it to the camel yellow, the camel trophy yellow. stuck on a twig. Go around that way. So folks, this is the Cyrusher Ranger. It's been out for a few years and there is a V2. This was V1 and the V1 come with a small headlight on the front. However, I replaced it and brought a King Kong headlight that's on the back, on the front there. I've also got a light on the back and a little bit of storage there to carry my stuff in. It's got 5 modes and it's actually a really nice ride, especially in terrain like this. Although I don't go into the sticks because I don't think I could handle that at the minute. I purchased it without the rack, but a gentleman in Wales actually gave me that for free. So I went and picked it up. It wasn't too far away. We went and picked it up one Sunday and it was ideal. I'm sorry I can't remember your name, but thank you very much. And then I obviously brought the bag for the back to go on there, because I've got exactly the same setup on the other bike as well. Although I probably would like to look for a slightly larger bag so I can get a few more items in there, probably a little bit wider on both sides and maybe a little bit longer, just to get a bit more storage in there. Because I do have to bring my bag with me a lot of the times. That's what the front looks like. That's the display. If I turn it on, there it goes. It'll just go through its sequence to start up. That doesn't come with, that's the Garmin sat-nav for bikers. I ain't got a clue how it works. I've got to suss that out. And my little drone's in there, in that bag, and then I put the camera on there. I added the extra more comfortable seat. I really needed it. And I also purchased the bottle holder as well, but you've got a couple of places that you can place it. You can put one there and obviously the one there. But overall, really nice bike. I'm really pleased with Cyrusher. This is my third. I had the XF800 to begin with, then I brought the Ovia, and then I got this one as well. So I've got 2 bikes at the moment, and I really love it. It's great. But I will love it even more when I've had my knee replaced, because I probably won't use my bike again now for a couple of weeks, if that. It was probably 3 weeks ago the last time I was on my bike, because it really does get uncomfortable after I've been on. I can feel it now I've stopped. But hopefully when I've had my knee done, my back holds up to it on the bike. It seems to do okay when I'm on it, but it's definitely the next day and a few days after that the pain comes. So that's how it is. I've got to live with it. So I've just got to do what I can when I can. And I think the sun's just creeping out. That's nice. Anyway, I'm going to jump back on the bike and move a bit further. I might head back home, I don't know. I'll go a bit further down here and have a look, see what's happening, and then think about heading home. So let's get back on the bike and away we go.
Rear, follow, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, let's go. Yeah, it's a lovely long road. Great for testing your cars out. Oh, what's happening here? Is that water? Wow. That's not, I'm sure that's not a pool. I'm sure that's the fields flooded. The ducks are on it as well. Just going to turn around. The daffodils have been out now. We are into spring. We've got Easter in a week or so's time. But it has been a long, wet and dull winter in the UK. I think everybody's just so pleased to see a bit of sunshine. And it's just popping out. There's a car behind me at the minute. And the sun's popping out. We have got forecast rain for the next couple of days. So if I was going to do my bike this week, today was going to be the day. And I'm glad I've done it now. I'm in a village called Kinnersley, and there's a really small cemetery just up here. We'll go and have a quick look, shall we? And just a few graves. We're going to have a quick look. Just close close the gate, leave my bike parked there for a minute. That area is being managed as a meadow. There's a seat up the back there. Quite recent grave, so maybe it's only just recently been used. 2011 there, 2021, 2019, 2016, and then the 2022 and 25 at the back there, and it looks like there's a new one there. But yeah, it looks like they've obviously been donated the land to use as a cemetery. Let's pop back out and shut the gate. Oh, it was donated back in 2006 for St Chad's Church, the church that I filmed. It's just down there, beyond the building that you can see. But a lovely peaceful place to be buried. I'm guessing for the locals in the village. Lovely, very nice. Is that like an old boundary wall? Right, let's hop back onto the trusty steed. Well folks, I guess I'm going to call it a day and say adios until the next time. But don't forget, if you haven't subscribed already, press the subscribe, give us a thumbs up and comment below. Let me know what you think and what you're up to. Any info on having a knee replacement? How did you find it? Until the next time, I'll say adios.